The 90s, a simpler time when the music was loud, fashion was unpredictable, and social media was a term yet to enter the collective human lexicon. While we've come a long way since, and the world has taken on a wholly different hue in many ways, what hasn't changed is that the 90s were just as awesome as today when it comes to legendary bikes that leave an impression on the world. Since the 90s served as a period of great innovation for numerous motorcycle manufacturers, those eventful years saw the production of some extraordinary bikes that redefined the very standards of design and performance. The superbike truly arrived only in the 90s, providing us with high-speed thrills like we'd never experienced before. And while the 90s were indeed dominated by sport bikes, there were quite a few cruisers and adventure tours that made it into the fray too. All said and done, it was a good time for bike enthusiasts. And today, we take a brief look at 10 bikes from the 90s that had our hearts thumping with exhilaration and excitement. This is iconic motorcycles that defined the 90s. Kawasaki Ninja ZX11. In the world of motorcycles, the 90s began with a bang heralded by the arrival of the iconic ZX11. Labeled as the fastest bike in the world at the time, with a record top speed of 176 miles per hour, this hulking monster featured a 1052cc inline-4 engine that could produce 145 horsepower and 80 pound-feet of peak torque. Redefining motorcycle performance by quite a margin, the heavyweight Ninja retained its spot as the fastest production motorcycle in the world for the coming 6 years, a clear testament to its greatness. For many, the Kawasaki Ninja ZX11 almost exuded an in-your-face attitude that always seemed to proclaim, "I'm faster than you." And while that may indeed be the case, the Ninja did it all with unabashed bravado and panache. Yamaha FZR 1000X Up. Since its inception in 1987, the FZR 1000 was regarded as one of the best Yamaha production sport bikes in the market, especially applauded by experts for its class-leading handling. The 1991 iteration of the bike brought in an innovation that would go on to become a staple for all future bikes in the same class, upside-down telescopic forks. Complemented by the super-stable aluminum Delta box frame, this relatively light bike, with a dry weight of 460 pounds, handled like a real beauty, and still managed to pump out 145 horses and 78 8-pound-feet torque at 10,000 revolutions per minute, reaching a top speed of 169.8 miles per hour. The forward tilt of the 1002cc inline-4 engine helped distribute weight perfectly, making the Yamaha FZR 1000XU an exceptionally balanced bike, ideal for those who preferred ride stability over raw speed. Honda CBR 900RR. In many ways, Honda laid down the template for modern superbikes with the CBR 900RR Fireblade. Up until its introduction, sport bikes were thought to be only about raw power, with motorcycle manufacturers primarily chasing higher numbers each successive year. This changed when a certain designer from Honda's R&D department by the name of Tadao Baba was charged with the development of the ultimate Honda superbike. But Baba chose to focus on handling and power that riders would actually need on the streets, as compared to other sport bikes that were solely geared towards racetracks. His vision gave birth to the first RR-dubbed bike from Honda, which also became the lightest and most compact bike in its class, at just 408 pounds. In terms of performance, the 92 CBR 900RR was no slouch either, with its 893cc liquid-cooled inline-4 engine capable of delivering up to 122 horsepower and 65 pound-feet torque at 10,000 revolutions per minute. Harley-Davidson FLSTF Fat Boy. Designed by Willie G. Davidson and Louis Netz in 1990, the Harley-Davidson FLSTF Fat Boy is arguably the best softail manufactured by the famous American motorcycle manufacturer. Notably featured in the Terminator 2 as the protagonist's choice steed, the Fat Boy was powered by a 1,338cc air-cooled V-twin engine that could produce 67 horsepower and 71 5-pound-feet at 5,000 revolutions per minute. While it was always considered a stellar offering from Harley-Davidson since its launch in 1990, what made the 1994 iteration of the Fat Boy even better than its predecessors was the addition of a seamless exhaust, which did wonders for the overall look of the bike, giving it a much cleaner and sharper appearance. Considering the sheer impact this legendary cruiser had on pop culture, alongside the global recognition it received, the Fat Boy deserves to go down in the annals of motorcycling history as a true icon. Ducati 916. What can be said about the Ducati 916 that hasn't already been said before? Massimo Tamburini's beautiful masterpiece is arguably one of the best-looking motorcycles ever created. And while some may not agree with this, nobody can deny the style and raw aesthetic appeal of the Ducati 916. In fact, the bike literally helped change the design language of motorcycles as a whole, marking a shift from early, boxy designs to the flowing silhouettes that can be seen today. The fact that the 916 water-cooled Desmoquattro 916cc engine produced 114 horsepower with 66 3-pound-feet torque meant that the bike not only looked the part, but also performed it with aplomb. No surprise then that the Ducati 916 helped riders Carl "Foggy" Fogarty and Troy Corser achieve a remarkable 4 Superbike World Championships through the 90s.